In the Hindu tradition, Vishnu is the all-pervading preserver. It is his role within the divine trinity to maintain the balance of the universe, stepping into the material realm whenever the cosmic order is threatened by chaos. This intervention is a matter of scriptural law. The Bhagavad Gita establishes the principle of Dharma Samstapana, promising that the deity will physically manifest in age after age to protect the righteous and restore the natural law of Dharma. Yet the way this supreme power chooses to appear creates a strange puzzle. Rather than arriving as a celestial king or a pillar of light, Vishnu often descends in the forms of a fish, a tortoise, or even a dwarf. These are the Dashavatara, the 10 principal incarnations of the preserver. At first glance, they look like a random collection of mythical beasts and regional folklore, but when viewed as a chronological sequence, these 10 figures follow a distinct incremental progression. They move from the deep ocean to the land in a pattern that shares a surprising overlap with the biological theories developed by Charles Darwin in the 19th century. During the Satya Yuga, the earliest cosmic era, the primary threat to existence was elemental. The world was frequently submerged in cosmic waters, making raw physical survival the only priority. The first 3 avatars track the biological conquest of this environment. First, Matsya, the fish, saves the first human from a deluge. Then Kurma, the tortoise, acts as a bridge to the shore. And finally, Varaha, the boar, emerges to lift the earth out of the sea. The progression then moves to Narasimha, the man-lion. This incarnation represents the violent bridge in the evolutionary story, the point where apex predators began the transition toward bipedal hominids. This physical evolution concludes with Vamana, the dwarf. He represents the arrival of early Homo sapiens, a figure who survives not through predatory strength, but by using intellect to overcome his larger opponents. These early incarnations are classified as Amsha, or partial avatars. They demonstrate that in the earliest ages, the preservation of the world was purely a matter of biological adaptation to a hostile physical environment. As human biology stabilized, the threats facing the world changed. The elemental floods were replaced by the systemic injustice of corrupt empires and the decline of social values. Vishnu responded by appearing as Parashurama, the warrior with an axe. This avatar reflects a more aggressive stage of human civilization, where primitive tools and raw force were used to establish territorial order. With the rise of the Treta Yuga, the deity appeared as Rama, the ideal king. His life, captured in the Ramayana, focuses on the necessity of complex laws, personal duty, and the rigid governance required to maintain a structured society. In the following age, the deity arrived as Krishna. No longer just a king of laws, Krishna was a statesman and philosopher who navigated the dark, nuanced politics of human nature to guide his followers through the chaos of war. These later figures are Purna, or complete avatars. They are equipped with the advanced societal intellect needed to manage the psychological and moral complexities of a maturing civilization. As the world matured, the mechanism of preservation shifted. To save the world, the deity transitioned from teaching humanity how to survive the elements to teaching them how to live with one another. In the Kali Yuga, the current age, the purpose of the avatar myth adapts again. The primary objective shifts towards the preservation of the Hindu faith itself. This period saw the historical absorption of the Buddha into the 9th avatar Sat. This was a cultural adaptation, a way to harmonize the traditions of Hinduism with the massive competing rise of Buddhist philosophy. The sequence concludes with Kalki, the prophesied 10th avatar who has yet to arrive. He is depicted as a martial savior on a white horse, destined to end the current age and restart the cycle of time. Scholars link the development of the Kalki myth to real-world history. He functioned as a reaction to foreign invasions, providing a narrative of martial hope to a society struggling to survive the threat of total erasure. These final incarnations were not biological adaptations or moral philosophers. They were cultural defense mechanisms, designed to ensure a besieged society's survival in a changing world. The Dashavatara functions as a sophisticated ancient framing device. It encodes the history of biological life, the rise of civilization, and the defense of a culture within a single narrative sequence. Whether threatened by a primordial flood, a corrupt king, or a cultural invasion, the mechanism of preservation never takes the same form twice. This is the ultimate lesson of the avatars. To protect the world, you cannot remain static. True preservation requires the courage to constantly evolve.